So by starting early, you mean like
Yeah.
we're at a 9-minute countdown, or
Yeah.
I mean, just checking.
No, I'm
Just
still
checking.
trying to
Okay,
get
we're
my
good.
mic.
Wait. You guys was early? Yeah, I'm not ready though.
Yeah. How's it feel to want, bitches? How's it feel to want?
Who's in control now?
Yeah.
You don't pay me on time?
Yeah.
This is what it feels like.
What's it feel like to wait?
Hello, everybody, and welcome to That Checks Out with Damon and Ted. I'm Ted. That makes him Damon. Damon, how was your week?
Oh, hey, you know what? My week was really good. I want to touch base first. You remember last episode? I was trying to purchase a shower curtain rod,
Yes.
and
No.
Of course you don't.
no, you don't. You slept.
You're so stupid!
Wait, what?
Those of us that didn't sleep through last week's episode know that I was trying to purchase a shower curtain rod, used from Marketplace for $5. So anyway, after I had asked him, hey, I don't have a truck. Could you deliver? La la, all
Right.
this. I turned my phone back on after we got out of here,
Right.
and the message popped up that said, yes, it's available. It's pickup only, unfortunately. So, which my response, while you were in the restroom and you came out,
Yeah.
and you were actually proud of this one too, which I was happy about. But I said, I got a line on one with a curtain where the guy's also an Uber driver, so delivery is possible. I'll keep you posted. And that was where we broke ties. That was where we broke ties, and so I did never purchase the shower curtain rod.
Yeah, see, my thing would have been like, no, it's pickup only. I'd been like, yeah, I don't care what kind of truck you use to bring it over.
That's awesome. Yeah, you can have an SUV.
Yeah.
I don't
care if it's a box
truck.
truck or
Yeah.
like a Subaru Brat, whatever you got, just bring it on by.
I am a bicycle messenger, and I do not own a vehicle.
I'm assuming
So-
it fit in a Mini Cooper. Like, I don't, whatever.
Yeah. So I do want to, I believe that things happen for a reason. And I was gifted something last night when I
Do you
couldn't
believe
sleep.
the children are our future?
Yeah, they are.
Teach them well. Let
We're
them
going to start
lead the
singing
way.
We Are the World. Okay. I get to be Michael Jackson. So anyway, last night at 1:00 in the morning when I wasn't sleeping, I got a message on Messenger, which is awesome because I do hide myself. So you don't usually know when I'm on. And it was from somebody I knew, but I hadn't talked to in a while, and it was kind of weird for them to like shoot me a message, especially at that time, So in reality, the message started out with, "Hello, how are you doing?" Now that seems like it's very, like I grabbed the first things I could take and I put it up there.
Yeah, it's too formal for 1 in the AM.
It's very
For
weird.
1 in the AM. as
Yeah,
I
like
say.
I would expect more like, "What are you doing up?
Yeah.
How's it going, brother?"
Yeah.
Something like that. So I said, you know what? This doesn't look legit. So I'm just going to respond, and I said, "Doing good, brother. I hope retirement is treating you well." Because
So-
I know this person retired.
It wasn't too legit to quit.
It wasn't too
but
legit
it
to
even
quit.
wasn't legit enough to start.
It was more legit to keep going.
All right.
Okay. So now what I'd like to do, possibly, if I could, I would like to turn this over to you for a cold read. And you could, now I won't use his last name and I don't want you to, but his name's Greg.
Okay.
And of course I'm Damon. So the parts of Greg and Damon will be read by Ted, who's doing a cold read.
Okay.
So after I told
Yeah,
him he
so
retired.
how are you doing? You say, doing good, brother. I hope retirement is still treating you well. To which Greg responds,
Yes.
I'm doing absolutely wonderful and better now. Thank you for asking. Have you heard anything about the grant program going on now? So already into the sales pitch.
Right.
What was that?
The grant program. What did you break? We started early so you
Yeah.
can make noises?
Yeah.
Oh, I found it. It's me.
Okay.
It's not even a cold
No,
read.
we
It's a
didn't.
distracted read.
I like that though. I like that. Oh, I found it. It's me. No, we knew it was you.
Yeah.
Okay. We weren't saying, "Hey,
Yeah.
who did that?"
That will remain a mystery.
Right.
It did not.
Yeah.
I think this place might be haunted. There's no reason that should have fell over. I mean, it's got like a really heavy base on the bottom. What's going on over here?
See?
Yeah. Does he
This
ruin,
is-
do you ruin the flow of the other podcast you recorded?
right. Do you interrupt the?
Oh no, I did have them in here.
Oh,
They brought that Ouija board.
you see?
Yeah.
You see?
Mac, remember you said not to ask about your week because it's depressing?
Just so we know,
Be prepared for a question later.
this is what we do every week.
Yeah.
This is 100% legit, and that does check
Yeah.
out. So Ted, continue.
Yeah. So to recap,
Yes.
previously on That Checks Out, Greg has asked Damon.
Before the mic falls.
Yes. Greg has asked Damon if he's aware of the grant program that's going on now. Damon replies, "Yes, I heard you into that, but I've yet to get tickets. Who knew a Civil War musical about the life of Ulysses S. Grant could be so popular? Congrats to you, and I'll message you when I can make a show." Does not phase Greg at all.
No, it does not.
It's
He
a
comes in
program.
hotter.
Yeah, it's a program that helps people who need assistance paying for bills, buying a home, starting their own business, going to school, teachers, or even helping raise their children with old and retired. No, are they raising their children with old and
Right.
retired people?
Right. Yeah. They're mixed in. They're all
And
in the
disabled.
playpen.
Found your name on it. You didn't say it until after disabled.
Yeah.
this might be legit. You respond with, well, if it blows up as big as Hamilton, you'll be able to help those people out. If you ever get any comp tickets, you can hand them out and let me know. I think it'd be a huge hit in our silent auction.
Hey,
So now you're trying to pitch him. Love it.
nice.
Greg triples down.
He's not done.
Okay, but this program I'm telling you about was established by the federal government. Doesn't say which one, with the conjunction of the World Bank. I assume this world, we only have the one.
Right.
To help people in the society to meet their needs. And I got $100,000 delivered to me when I apply for the program, and you don't have to pay it back. You can also check it out. Almost on brand.
I almost wanted to go there, but I was like, you know what? I don't want him to know too much about me.
Right.
So we're good.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I'm gonna preface this where it ends after my next paragraph.
Okay. I noticed. I scroll down. There's nothing after the purple.
Okay. So Ted, please let the audience know how I decided to diffuse my
Yes.
friend Greg.
This is how the conversation ended. It sounds like you're just trying to get out of donating those tickets, brother, but I'll let it slide this time. I didn't want to ask, but you didn't beat that case. I haven't seen anything posted about it from you, and I'm curious. Anyway, let's get together for a drink. 7 years is too long, brother. I recently brought half a cow and I'm building a chicken coop. Maybe Mac's involved in that. I've definitely grown up a lot since we were neighbors, but that won't stop us from shooting squirrels with the old slingshot. I still got it. Remember when Jen gave the ultimatum of me or the slingshot? Well, I chose the slingshot. No regrets. Let's put a euro. When will you be back in the area?
Yes. And that is when Greg said, I can go no farther.
Right.
This was a sleep deprived brain. You got to admit, were you at least?
Yeah. I'd like to get a little round of applause for putting all that emotion into it, reading it cold
Yes.
over a microphone.
Right. And trying not to laugh while you're doing it. That's why I wanted to put you on the spot.
Yeah.
But I thought if I read it, you're going to enjoy it. You're going to give me a smirk. You're going to smile.
Right.
But I wanted you to get the energy of it. And that's like at the end, I really thought it was awesome to just give random. I just bought half a cow and I'm building a chicken
Now I'm
coop.
wondering if this guy, who presumably is in his scam, this Greg, who's copied, what are they?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
He's
just copied
somebody's
something
picture
stuff,
and
right.
yeah.
Cloned it. That's what I was looking for. He
Yeah.
cloned it. I wonder if he now thinks he's talking to someone in India who also isn't really familiar with the language.
Right.
You know?
Yes.
Like he turns over to the other cubicle and is like, "Is this you? Are you?"
Hey, Billy, you're pissing me off.
Yeah.
Okay.
You
If I name a sandwich, are you going to say euro?
If I say let's split something for lunch today, what direction you going? so yeah.
I won't even accept shawarma. That's too close.
So no, I was very proud of that. When I was done, I'm like, this happened last night. Now, last night was infinite for me. I'm still living in last night
We're still here.
Yes, because I have.
When will then be now?
Yeah, now, right now. So, but no, I had to share that. So thank you for doing the cold read, Mac. Thank you very much for coming in the middle of it and making absolutely no sense with anything. Much like my last paragraph did. So I appreciate
it was great. Well, I still have my back to him. I don't know what fell.
Yeah.
I don't know why it shouldn't have fallen.
I'll show you later.
Yeah.
I don't know if I like that.
First off, let's write a report and let's find a cause and let's find a remedy to not have that cause happen again. Okay.
Hey, let's try something new. Mac, that's your cue to jump right in.
Huh?
Right. I just love how he does it. And then he's like, what was that?
Yeah.
Well, it happened at your desk.
Yeah, keep it to yourself, man.
Yeah.
It was behind me.
We could have edited out the one noise. Mac's like, you know what? I'm going to make it a 3-minute bit.
It was behind me. He sits in the corner 4 inches from the wall. There's not a whole lot of things to choose from. You don't have to go, what was that? You turn your head slightly to the right and go, oh, that's what that was.
It was the one thing.
It was
There wasn't wall or floor.
Yeah.
Down into the left.
Yeah. What didn't stay on the wall and what is now on the floor that wasn't? Yeah.
I'm telling you, when you see it later, you're gonna be like, "Yeah, that was Ghost."
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
For a new studio.
Right. That's going to be my first thought. Not the fact that you knock something over every week. It's not going to be that. Okay. So, yeah. The defense rests, Your Honor. I did not do this. Yeah. Right. Right.
Not the fact that you, every week.
So just so you know, I have one thing to talk about my week. And again, this happened last night. So we went out for dinner.
Wait. Damon, how was your night?
Yeah.
/ morning.
Yeah. So I get to say Nick's name because we went out for Nick's birthday for dinner. So we're at the restaurant And the weird thing is, because the servers,
Some sun.
yeah. So the servers where we go, we like this place. We've been because we don't eat out a lot, and when we do, we like to go here. And so anyway, we're there, and the servers all have like the same hairstyle with it up in a ponytail. They all have a black mask on, right? And they're all wearing a shirt that says the name of the place they work. I don't know which server's mine. Okay, so I'm like, was that was that one? And he,
Excuse me, miss, do you recognize me?
right. If you at any point in time said that stupid fat guy in the orange shirt, oh, then you're a waitress. Okay, I got it.
I don't know if that narrows it down.
Right. You start looking around. Any Bears fans in here? Yeah.
I just bet you walked in. She's like, "Oh, that stupid fat guy in the orange shirt."
Right. Sir, I was standing at the door when you came in. We all saw you.
Yeah.
Okay. We're aware. We're aware you're here.
Did you ever hear me talk about garlic bread?
Yeah. Did we interact at all? Last night it was fries. So anyway, it was. So
sorry, I should have said some carb.
And I wasn't going to say that, but now you brought it up. So I wanted a burger and I wanted fries. They have real good fries there. So I said, I want fries. And so I said, hey, let me get a double order of fries because I can't do that. Well, first off,
you can.
You can't. What she's thinking is that I want to substitute the soup.
Oh.
I'm not saying I'm not saying
this is like when we would go out on a road trip. So you'd be like, you think I could order a full biscuits and gravy and an omelet platter? I'm like, you think they're going to mind if you order 2 items?
Yeah. Right.
Order a dozen items. You're giving them money for it.
Just so you know,
you can't order double fries.
She fought me for like 2 minutes because she wasn't picking up on the fact. I'm like, no, you don't understand. I just want a second plate of fries here because I know Chuck's going to take some. He didn't get fries with his. My wife wanted onion rings, so she's going to get. I'm like, bring a second plate of fries.
Listen, forgettable face.
Right.
I want the soup, the fries, the burger, and additional fries.
Yeah. So anyway, fast forward. Now we're done, and I'm waiting for the bill to come. Right. And they bring the bill, and I get my card. I go, do I pay here? She goes, I'll take it if it's a card. Gotcha. So faster than I could put my hand in my pocket and hand the card. She's gone. She's gone. Out. There's like smoke, like the Tasmanian devil just left. You know what I mean? You're like, I know she went that way because there's a path of destruction,
And now you're like, oh no.
Yeah.
I don't remember which one it is again.
So anyway, that's what happens. They're all walking by and I'm like, woohoo. I'm just kind of holding it up a little bit. Like I'm not calling attention to myself, but I'm holding it up. And they just walk by and they look at me like, what the hell do you want? Right? And I'm like, oh, that wasn't her. So I literally told my family, I go, why don't they have numbers on their shirts? Like name of the place, 1, 2, 3, Yeah, you get to the ellipses or remainder 7. I don't want that one, I don't know where you chose that number, but I don't want that. You're apparently the leftover wait staff. But so anyway, she comes walking back and she makes eye contact and I hold it up and she goes, and I go, there you are. I said, I knew that was you. And I hand it to her. My whole family starts dying laughing. I'm like, could you just stop?
Right.
Don't sell me out in front of her,
Boom, you're right out in front.
Yeah. Hey, Dad, you just got hit by a bus at the table. Thanks for dinner.
Yeah, under the bus, party of 1.
Yeah, thanks for dinner. And she goes, do you guys need any to-go boxes? I said, yeah, we'll need 3 of them, right? And so Chuck literally tells my wife as she's getting ready to put it in, he goes, you don't have to write your name on that. I don't want that. That's what he tells her. As he starts telling her, the other 2 realize that she's done eating. So they start ransacking the onion rings and fries on her plate. Yeah. And she's like, oh. And I'm like, maybe you should have wrote your name on there for everybody else.
Yeah. Maybe you should have written your name on the plate. The second the ketchup, I'd written like Nick Cole.
Right. Yeah.
You make that up. Because I don't know, I told you, when we get in the meal kits where actually not even meal kits. They're like pre-made meals. You can put them in the oven, you put them in the microwave, but stuff. We have to pick them out. Like the menu of the week before, you pick out what you want delivered. Right. So then I'll be like, hey, what happened to that meal I ordered? Oh, someone must have eaten it. You should have written your name on it. I picked it out. If you got to the fridge and went, oh, I don't recognize this meal, but it looks good. Yeah. I'm going to eat it. You didn't pick it out. Why is it my responsibility to mark the ones I picked when it's your responsibility to remember which ones you picked a week ago? It's literally like, oh, someone else eaten it. Yeah. If they wanted it, they had a chance a week ago. Yeah. Well, so now when the food comes in, not only do I have to unpack it, put it in the fridge, take the 4,000-pound ice packs and the boxes out to the garage to stack into the fort of the other boxes we have out there. Yeah. Now I have to go find a Sharpie and write autograph for dinner. Right.
Is that a Swanson? That's a Wilson, and it's a Ted. Yeah. Okay.
Wait. Well, the mistake I put my initials on it, and everyone in my damn house has the same initials.
Right. Yeah. And this is going to be eaten by TW. Damn right it is. Yeah. Damn right.
You are not wrong.
Yeah. I tell you what. that checks out more than anything else in this house.
Even the dog.
But even if you just went basic math, look, if you ate 5 dinners this week, I would say you're done.
I would say it is convenient. We get to Tuesday and be like, well, there's nothing in the fridge. They got delivered yesterday.
Right. Yeah.
There's 4 of us. We picked out 16 meals.
Who had the prime rib for breakfast?
Where did they go?
Yeah. Or if you've had your 7th spaghetti and meatballs dinner this week, odds are that one wasn't yours.
Who picked the tofu scramble? I know that wasn't me.
Right.
There's 3 of them left in here.
See, now, if we were roommates and we were doing this, I would totally order stuff that I knew you would never eat, and I would eat all the shit you ordered. Because that's what I am.
Oh, yeah.
I am that much of a jerk. I know that. That's my...
That checks out.
Yeah, that is my entertainment. That is my entertainment. So, and the last thing that happened at dinner last night, so Chuck...
Wait, before you do that.
Yeah.
We were talking on the way here that people are like, hey, what do you guys talk about on the way to the show? Like, nothing. Right. Because we'll start with one story, and we'll be 35 minutes later, and we're still tangenting off that one story.
Yeah.
I'll be like, hey, remember when we were leaving your driveway and you said you had something important to tell me?
Yeah.
Can we get that out before we walk into the studio?
Mac just pulled in and we're waiting. We should probably get that out before we go inside.
Because he's literally like, hey, I got to tell you something. And I was like, hey, do you see that TV in the guy's yard across the street?
This is what happened. I turn a corner. I come around the bend. First, I look to make sure I put the garage door down because I'm old and I do that every time. And as I spin my head back around,
the iron on.
Yeah. As I spin my head back around, I'm in the middle of a thought with Ted. And he literally looks over like a squirrel. He's like, you see that TV over there with stickers on it? And I go, yeah. And I look at him and I decide to one up him. I go, people download apps differently, Ted.
And I was like, I'm touching this Netflix. Nothing's coming up. What's going on?
I'm touching this Netflix and it just doesn't boot up. I don't understand. What's this Hulu? You know? So it had stickers all over the face of this TV, like how you could do that. Yeah. I mean, there's no way that it enhanced your experience. Unless you're like a NASCAR fan, you're like, look, the whole track is sponsored by these people. You know?
And then it ended up pulling into your parking lot talking about ding dongs and ho-hos.
Yeah, it was crazy.
We don't know how we got there.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Well, we did.
Anyway,
so
little
last
kind of morning.
Yeah.
So, so the last thing at dinner is Chuck tells me one of our one of his buddies, one of the neighbors, he says, this is the word he used. He goes, he got a compact bow. And I go, did you mean compound? No, I'm not a hunter, but I know the difference. Yeah. And again, I know I'm 45 and he's 14, but that was just too, it was gold, Jerry. It was gold. You had to talk about it. So I said, compact bow. So I make my fingers real little. I'm like, I go, what are you firing toothpicks? What are you shooting? You know? Right. And he's like, shut up, Dad. You know what I meant. I said, you don't know what you meant. Why don't you tell me what you meant?
Yeah.
He goes, I swear that's what he told me, compact bow. I said, no, he didn't, because he bought it.
Yeah.
I don't think he went and bought one and like his dad brought it home and went, this one's too big, Dad. I wanted the compact bow, you know?
This doesn't fit in the glove box, man.
Right. And I said, how do you explain that to somebody when you're like, your loved one got ravaged by a bear and is no longer with us? Best we can tell is the bear was riddled with toothpicks and we don't understand. You know, it's like, shoot it in the eye. Hurry up, do something to slow it down. What do you do? And he's like, that's not even funny. I know that's what he told me. I'm like, no, that's not what he told you. And it's okay to be wrong.
Right.
But it's like, so now I'm going to keep going at you because you are saying, no, somebody told me wrong. No, let me tell you what happened here. Okay. Pops is going to make sure you understand what's going on,
Welcome to this world.
Yeah. But like I said, it was neat because it was a fun dinner. And that's usually when we go out, it's about the experience. It's unfortunate for everybody around us.
Yeah.
But it's about the experience.
And in this room.
Yeah. How was your week, Ted?
I have been covering for people at work. So I ran into someone who I haven't seen in a while, but it was someone I met my first week at this job.
Okay.
So that's 11 years ago now. And after I left that place, she was really helpful though. Like I wouldn't be where I am today if she hadn't like pulled me out and been like, hey, look, I need you on the floor right now. I don't need you in training anymore. I need help. Come out here right now. Gotcha. Literally pulled me out.
Trial by fire.
Right.
That's good.
So, and so I introduced her to the podcast, and I told you what she said. She says, really funny. I really think it's great. I like when you guys crack each other up and laugh and everything. She reminded me of a story that when when I got moved to my new location, I had to pass that location to get to my new location. I was like, you know what? I know she really likes Coke, and it's hard. I know that store's really busy. Coke, the drink, you ass.
Now we know how the shit fell back there.
We know how to wake Mac up. Has heard nothing. Coke, wait, what?
He wants me to pay him in singles,
Wait,
and they got to be rolled up. Yeah.
Mac's like, you know where I can get Coke?
Wait a minute. You got a guy?
I stop by McDonald's and I buy her a Coke for $1.
Yeah.
Drive to her
By the way, Mac, is that a good price for
Yeah,
Coke?
yeah, that seems pretty reasonable.
High quality stuff
McDonald's
right there.
is 2 buildings away,
Okay.
so I don't.
So you walk?
Well, no, I'm in my car,
Okay.
but I don't. I must have been inside. Maybe I was coming from lunch. Anyway, so I just get in my car and I'm just going to drive over there, like basically pull out, turn right, and pull back in.
Yeah.
I get pulled over between those 2 driveways for a seatbelt.
No way.
Yeah. So I bought her a $101 Coca-Cola.
It's a terrible price for a Coke.
Yeah, now that checks out.
That checks out. Mac has really added to today's episode.
Yeah. But every time I see her, that's the first thing. She's like, hey, did you buy me? Like, no, I can't afford it. That was one time only. I cannot afford to buy you a $101 drink every time I see you.
Hey, so one thing that I forgot, because that reminds me about that story, because you sent me that. And I
Yeah,
was like,
no,
that's
I mean, that was like, I don't want to say names because I don't know if I have personally, but that was, made my day.
Yeah.
For me, like, hey, I wasn't aware of your podcast. I know we lost touch for a little bit. Thanks for introducing me to that. I found it hilarious. It was really great. I really like the interaction you have, especially when you guys make yourselves laugh.
Yeah.
And I was like, if that's all you guys put out on social media for
that's
us,
why we do it.
that's great. We're not asking you to put like a 19 paragraph thing. Just be like, hey, these guys are funny. Listen to it.
Yeah.
And I'd like to shout out Ed, who's been doing that recently. I don't know if you've noticed it.
Yeah.
Ed King, we've been joked about him. We have a good time with him. He's in on the joke. I think he gets it.
Yeah.
But he's been sharing. And Ed, we really appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah.
And that's all it takes. And honestly,
yeah,
we love it. We like we've been saying, and this, I know I'm taking on a weird tangent, but our numbers have been shooting up recently. We've got a lot of new people.
It's crazy.
And it's because you guys are saying it. Thank you very much. Continue to do that. Appreciate it. Now,
Yeah.
what were you going to say?
So you reminded me of a story where I responded. I said, hey, I got one for the podcast.
Yeah.
Because it reminded me. And I'd had it written down last week, and I didn't talk about it.
Also, if anyone in my household listened to this, I swear it wasn't $101 Coke. It was just a joke.
Yeah.
Also, it was 11 years ago. Let it go.
Right. Yeah. You know, with inflation, what that $100 would be today.
Yeah.
If invested properly. So anyway, no, I had a similar thing where I used my card at a gas station. Okay.
Right here.
Not right there, but at a gas station. And it was where it's in my town where I live. And they asked for ID, which is weird because no one ever asked for ID, but I gave them ID. And they look and they didn't read the name on the card right away, I guess. But they said,
Who's
wait.
this pistachio?
Oh, they looked at me and they go, wait, Paracchio. And I'm like, well, how do you know me? You got my name right.
Yeah.
Right. And they go, do you have a podcast? And I go, yeah.
No way.
Yeah. I swear to God.
Get out of here.
I swear to God. And it
The
made
guy
me feel,
who needs us
which
to be
one?
successful to make money.
It made me feel so cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I was just like, this is neat. So again, it's like your head swells up for a second. Like you're like, hey, but then it's humbling because it's like you went out of your way. You didn't have to. You can be like, oh yeah, I listen to this podcast. You know what I mean? This and that. And again, they're not saying they like it. They just go, do you have one? You know?
I told you that happened in Tucson. I was wearing the shirt and they
Yeah.
were like, oh, what is that? I'm like, oh, it's a podcast I do. And like, oh, great. And tell me more about it. So I told them they're interested. So I left a business card. They're like, and then they're walking out like, it's really great that you do that. Most of the podcasts around here come from California. It's really great that someone does one right here in Arizona. And I was like, yep.
Yeah.
That's what I meant. I came to the tourist trap in your town
Yeah.
to promote my podcast. Because it literally was. It's like it's literally like the only part that you could be like, is this in Branson?
Right.
That's how like touristy this place is.
Yeah. Well, and you know that if there's any place to be discovered for a podcast, it's Arizona. You know what I mean? You're wasting your time here.
My boss's boss lives in Arizona. If you're listening, hi. Damon said that.
Right. Yeah. It's science. So anyway.
But was that it? That's like, hey, you have a podcast? Yes, I do.
That was it. And I did. I didn't have a card on me. I didn't have, I wasn't.
Now, do you have a different one? Because I don't have a podcast with Wilson and Paracchio.
Right.
So
no, but we use my name enough, and so it's funny because when you pronounce it correctly, I assume you know somebody in my family, and the age I am now, you might know I have grown kids, you know what I mean? You might know them.
Radicchio, who's this guy?
Yeah. Who's this Pinocchio dude? So, okay, before we get into strange stories, okay, we were told not to ask Mac how his week is because he's just going to be Debbie Downer. Now, as much fun as that would be for me to listen, okay, and especially by what I just heard come out of his microphone.
Yeah.
By the way, you know your mic's on, right?
Oh,
Yes.
we know.
Yeah. What the hell? Where's that voice coming from?
What was that?
That was your voice.
Ted's trying to read something for the first time. I bet he's going to want to be distracted by me talking out loud to no one.
Now's the time for me to practice my volleyball. Right by the soundboard.
I'm going to have to reach back to catch this one. Way back. It could be. It might be.
He's got his Top Gun shades on. What are you doing over there, Goose?
I'm playing with the boys, man.
So here, I want to go through this. This is an ad for something that I find absolutely crazy. It's called the Skid Do.
It's Skidoo.
Skid Do. It's a toilet brush. So it's like half the word skid mark and half the word doo-doo, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know, but it's
Yeah.
a toilet brush.
Doesn't like Sea-Doo have ski-doos? Like, isn't that really close to that?
Yeah. Right. Well, it's actually the word skid dash and the
then
word
word
do. D-O-O.
Yeah, so it's just extra D is
Right.
what they got in there.
Yeah. They brought an
With a
extra
little
D.
extra D.
Yeah, a little extra D. G.I. Joe guy. So anyway, it's a
That's as little
silicone
as you can get.
silicone toilet brush that cleans like a spatula. That's how they that's their first sentence. It's a silicone toilet brush that cleans like a spatula. Now, I've never
cleaned with a spatula.
I know I've never thought to myself when cleaning the bathroom being like, man, I wish I had a spatula.
Anything.
First off,
I've never cleaned anything and been like, you know what I need?
Yeah.
I need a spatula.
unless you're retrieving and
Unless-
not the do.
Wait,
unless
hold
you're
on.
retrieving.
Unless they're talking, like, because there's two kinds of spatula. There's the pancake flipper one,
Yeah.
and then there's the batter, like, out of a bowl spatula. When you're doing the last bit of scraping,
okay.
is
okay.
that what they mean?
That might be. Yeah, not like a
Because they sell
sandwich.
those ones for jars, like, so you can get down in the deep in the peanut butter. and get
Yeah.
you know what I'm talking about, Mac? You with me?
Just mental images.
You said deep down in the peanut butter. He's like, wait a minute.
He interrupted my bit, man. He's going to suffer all episode, and I'm not going to feel bad about it.
And it says, so this is their next line. No more marks left behind with our unique silicone fins. Do I, if somebody comes over and lifts the toilet seat at my
Yeah.
house and goes, you got marks in here. What are you, ghetto? What are you, trash? You know, it's like, no, I clean my toilet.
Yeah.
Okay. Odds are, and listen, this may be too much information for everybody, but I think it happens.
I think it already passed that.
It
Yeah.
happens in everybody's house. Immediately upon cleaning said toilet, that is when just like immediately after showering
Yeah.
and stuff didn't go in the right order, you know you're sitting down to do some paperwork. Okay. That's what's happening.
Yeah.
Because you just got out of the shower. Okay. So that's what happens at my house is I'll clean. And what's funny is we have bathrooms upstairs nobody goes to. Those are the ones, if you're going to do that, why don't you go upstairs and do that? Because I just clean this one. And like if people pop over, you know, or we get home today after the podcast and before you get in your car, hey, I got to use your bathroom. Cool. I'd rather it not be full of dew. The back part of the skid,
Yeah.
the dew, you
Yeah.
know? And so anyway, inevitably that's how it happens. But I've never thought, man, I'm going to get judged on how many streaks are inside my toilet.
Well, I also get like the regular brush works just fine for that.
Right. Well, but it doesn't because here's the next thing they do. This is probably the grossest thing I've ever seen in a TV commercial.
Do they use peanut butter?
No.
Nutella?
Yeah.
That stuff's sticky.
It says that grime slides right off our fins, and then they fling it right at the camera onto like a glass thing. Now you know it's made up poo, right?
Right.
Or dew. We'll call it dew, right? Not of the mountain. Not of the mountain.
One of those things like when someone's into a video of someone pitching a baseball.
Yes.
And the guy like files it back towards the camera.
Right.
And the intent is the person watching is like,
Yeah, right.
is that what the poo?
So-
Sorry, the dew fling is for?
Yeah, so they fling it off of like a regular toilet brush, and it's disgusting. Now they fling it off of the silicone spatula, the skid do,
Yeah,
right?
I would have called it skid rid. They left that on the table. Like, come on, man.
Rid do.
Call me.
We're gonna rid you of all the do.
Or Rid Mark if you want
yeah,
to. Like,
rid mark.
come on. It's that right in the name. Come on.
So when they fling the spatula at it, it's clean water, of course. There's absolutely no feces flying at the camera lens, right? And so anyway, if you're the camera guy, call on to scene that day, you're like, okay, let me get this straight.
Yeah. Hey, you know a tripod could do this job, right?
Yeah,
I've never admitted that till right now, but you know a tripod could do.
yeah, we're not. This isn't like live, you know, coming in.
Yeah.
We're coming to you live here from the
Yeah.
John, and you know,
Why do we set the dolly tracks down? Like I don't need this.
this bathroom is huge. so yeah, they do that, and then when you're like, there's no way it gets worse, right? Because this stuff's just trickling down the screen as they're talking, so it's gross.
What channels do you watch,
This
sir?
is on my channel AWE, where it's probably very cheap to put on a commercial, and so I get to see a lot of this stuff. I also see it. There's a new, or I don't know if it's new, but you know how they have like Me TV where
Yep.
we live.
Yep.
They have what's called like an FE TV that's on Comcast. So it's all the same shows, but it's not like local. It's a
Yeah.
national brand, and so I happen to like Andy Griffith or Leave It to Beaver. I'll watch either one of those, right?
Yeah, well,
So-
I need you to nip this in the bud.
Right. nip it in the bud. But so anyway, the guy turns around to the camera and he smiles, and you know what's coming next. It says, you wouldn't brush your teeth with a germ-filled brush. Why brush your toilet with one? Because I
Who
don't eat
cares?
out of my toilet.
Right.
I eat with my mouth. But he turns around. He looks like he ate a shit sandwich holding the bread. Don't hold the bread. I just want a shit sandwich.
I think I was due until we got to the sandwich. Ted, I like my alliteration. Do not judge me.
Yeah, they both start with S, but it's totally different sounds. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. But
So
no,
it's like a 2-word review for Spinal Tap's album.
But he turns around and he's smiling. First off, if you got that much stuff in your teeth, you're not smiling.
Right.
Okay. But this guy's and he's holding a toilet brush sideways like he just did with a toilet brush.
Can we go back to, you said one word that has just been stuck in my head. You said fins.
Yes.
Why do they need more than one like flat surface? What are they doing in there?
It looks like if you took the edge of spatulas.
Have you seen like the thing that where you take ground beef and you like break it up? It looks like almost like a star shape.
Yeah.
Does it look like that, only bigger?
Kind of, yeah. Kind of. And again, that's cool that nothing sticks to it and it's clean and you flush and you rinse it off and it's clean. It's still not clean. It's not like,
Are they saying because the brush gets gross
The
and
brush
the
gets
fins
gross.
are easier to
and
clean?
then when you put it away, the water drips down in there and then that's gross. And you got to
if
clean
that
that.
was their argument, maybe I'll buy one.
Yeah, but
They have gone the wrong road,
right.
sir.
When have you ever gone, I'm going to fling against the wall and see what this
Yeah.
gets? Because that's essentially what they're doing. You're just looking through that wall.
Yeah.
I
don't need, like-
I've never done that.
Yeah, I check my pasta before I put it in my mouth, not after I pooped it out.
Yeah.
Was that pasta ready? I don't know. Hold on.
Yeah.
Nope, it's sticking. It was ready. We're good.
And so the same thing goes. It's $19.99. Okay. This one's not sold in
Then
packets of
do-
10, so that's good.
But do I get 2 if I pay additional
Okay.
shipping and handling?
Double for a separate, you can double it up for a separate fee. Now, here's the deal.
Wait.
They
Double
go,
up.
it's 19
Wait.
Silicone
Now-
parts are not made
now.
for toys.
Now you should have shown that commercial to your faceless waitress, so she would have understand. Like, I just want a second one for an additional handling charge.
Right. You don't understand. You're going to walk it from the kitchen. I will pay for those
I will pay
fries.
for that handling charge.
Yeah, the labor. It's labor intensive. I'm not going to sit back and be like,
Yeah.
hold my soup.
Now watch this commercial. Now I don't really want to talk to you about poop, but I need you to get the concept of an additional item.
And you have a mask on, so I have no idea what your smile looks like. Okay, I'm not going to judge you.
I just need you to grasp the concept of an additional item for an additional fee.
But and then it goes out of its way to say this deal's not available on Amazon. It's like, don't try shopping us. You're not going to find it.
Mac, I know you because it's been out of the corner of my eye and I haven't scrolled this whole time.
Yeah.
I know you've been on the internet in one of these windows.
Mhm.
I need you to look up on Amazon if you can get the skid do.
The skid, dude. Well, you won't get that deal where you can buy it.
Do we know that?
You're right. Maybe we could just
It
poke
almost
total
is like
holes.
they protest too much. You cannot buy this at Amazon.
Don't look on Amazon.
Don't go look
because you
no.
won't find
Yeah.
what you're looking for. Wink, wink. Yeah, see, that's what it looks like.
Oh, all right.
You know what it looks like?
It looks
honestly,
like one of those like ear wax
opinion
cleaner.
gear.
Yeah,
Opinion gear. No, if
yeah,
you,
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so if you have a ring and pinion,
I didn't want to watch it. Come on now.
it trips on the seat. I forgot all that stuff. Yeah, it's like first off, who cleans their toilet with the seat down? I don't.
I like how the suggested videos, if you're watching this, is also snow jazz.
So it's got silicone fins, right?
They make like earwax removers that look like that.
I bet they do. But it's just it's hysterical because he's playing the actual commercial. So it'll get to a point where like this guy will take and fling something against see germs and bacteria, and it's absolutely
I'm
crazy.
telling you, if this was their spin, this is what I'd gone with. But
Right. Yeah. No. Now it's clean.
slides right off.
Yeah. Slides right off. Now watch. They're going to give you a visual, and they're going to show you how it. Oh, it's always twirling too. It's like you have to be like in.
Yeah, there it was.
Yeah. But told you.
What did that person eat?
Yeah.
All right, we can move on.
Yeah. Wait, you're going to see a smile in a minute. See, there's the streaks. So you don't want the streaks of the blue because then people will know that you put blue stuff in your toilet to clean it.
Now I asked him to look up on Amazon if you could buy this.
Yeah.
Not, hey, Ted, you want someone to fling wet paper and poop at you?
Right at your face.
And she was so happy about it, too.
Right.
Oh, what's my job today? Oh, all right. I've been hoping for this commercial.
Mom, I got the poo brush.
Oh, what is this? Oh, that's Ski-Doo. Yeah.
You can buy a jet ski on Amazon.
Scroll down, dude. Scroll. There you go. No. So I don't know what Ski-Doo's selling, but
These are questionable.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey, Google, search the Ski-Doo.
Yeah. Never have I thought I want to write a Ski-Doo with no hands and make sure I don't fall off, because that's kind of what they're putting on the board here. Okay. That was also Mac's desk. We don't know what happened, but that was also Mac's desk. But no,
I don't know what's going on.
they have stuff in here that customs would have to look for. Okay, but it's going to hold you on your Ski-Doo while you're driving.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oof. Yeah, this is
one's
a big
got
oof. This
yeah,
whole
Someone's got a
thing.
drink holder.
It's not one size fits all either. It
No.
looks like there's many sizes.
No.
So either you're an avid Ski-Doo rider or you're a first timer. I don't know.
There's the one for the first timer.
And there's Hulk gloves.
Sorry, those are plush hero fists.
Right. Yeah.
Read it right.
Amazon's algorithm is just
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah. You're going to need some peanut butter for that.
Yeah.
All right. What do you...
Amazon's like, did you mean cheap commercials? Oh, here, we got some stuff for you.
I've got something for you. Show me those low rates, Amazon. Show me those low rates.
Hey, here's one of the episodes where we cranked each other up, so we're good. We're good. We've
Yeah,
covered
this is
everybody.
off the wall.
We've covered everybody.
You were worried about energy today.
Right. Yeah. Because I've had about 6 minutes of sleep. So yes. Yeah. Yeah. It's like one of those days where it's like, are you goofy? A little bit, you know? So why don't we do 2 strange stories? Sorry, we had to save time for 2.
Sorry, Macaulay.
Yeah. Sorry about your bad luck. Sorry about your bad luck. So we're gonna do 2 just based on the titles. I'm not sure what I think they're gonna coincide with each other. Okay. The first one is gonna be man robs a deli 6 times in 1 week, gets caught waiting for cop on the 4th try. Now, I think that's a misprint because okay.
Well, that man, Officer Johnson said he'd be here. I can't keep coming back.
So in line with that, I have 6 weird and gross animal self-defense mechanisms. So I'm thinking if you're gonna get robbed, you're gonna need to know self-defense.
Right.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna read about the story first.
All right.
And then we'll go into what they could have done to prevent this from happening. Okay. So again, it says that he robbed it 6 times.
Read
in 1 week.
the headline one more time. So I have it.
Man robs deli
Right.
6 times in 1 week. They emphasize gets caught by waiting cop on 4th try.
Okay.
So how fast do you get back out of jail?
Wait, on 4th try?
On the 4th try. That's what doesn't add up for me.
So he robbed it 6 times.
Read the title.
Man robs deli 6 times in 1 week, comma. Gets caught by waiting cop on 4th try.
Right.
Well, you know what they're not going to expect? Tries 5 and 6.
Yeah, right. The defense restaurant, I'm never going back to that deli. And then he writes, JK. I said, just kidding. You didn't think I was really going? So it says you can only rob the same place so many times before people start expecting it. First off, that checks out.
Yeah. Hey, it's that fat guy in the orange shirt.
Yeah.
He hasn't paid the last 3 times.
He's like, we knew it was you. Damn it, that's my line. I knew it was you. So they say lightning doesn't strike in the same place twice, but robbers apparently sure do. Just as Augie Lopez, 77, who runs Augie's Grocery Deli. Hey,
Oh, I thought Augie was the 77?
Yeah, 77. He's just got
Just give
dementia.
him some meat, man.
He's got dementia. He doesn't know he's been there.
Just give him some cheese and move on.
Yeah.
Give him an olive loaf. He probably likes that.
Oh, yeah. Pickle and pimento, whatever that was. Oh, gross. Gross. Yeah.
Look at that, literally sparked up. Oh, wait.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking
I'd
about.
rather eat chicken roll, and that's like whatever they grind up off the floor. I'd rather eat that. So anyway,
You know what those made of, right?
yeah. Lips and assholes. So anyway, with his wife, Nilda Maldonado. How is she his wife when he's Augie Lopez and she's Maldonado? Okay. In New Jersey City, New Jersey. So apparently this is probably a rough, I'm guessing it's a rough neighborhood. Okay.
I
Violent
like
crime-
how we don't have one of those. Illinois City, Illinois.
Yeah, right. They don't want to double down on
Yeah,
that.
no.
Yeah, they don't
Like
double
that.
down. We were going to do it, but man, nobody lived there. So anyway, a violent crook robbed a small store 3 times in just 6 days. So that means he would have robbed it 3 times on day 7, based on the math they put in the title. You think he'll be back a 3rd time? We didn't know he'd be back a 2nd time.
He's like that dude in the Dunkin'. Time to rob the deli. He's passing himself as he goes
I
in.
was just gonna say he probably gets stuck in the revolving door leaving, and he's like, "Screw it, I'm here."
Hey, did you guys make any money while I was out? I'll take that too.
He comes back. The guy was waiting on his sandwich. I wait for that guy to pay. I'll be back.
Oh no! As he's walking out, hey, I'm here to pick up that catering order. Ooh, that sounds like cash.
He's walking down the road with his own pad. How are you paying today, cash or credit? And they're like, "Do you even work here?" Sure. Yeah.
He just waits for you. That guy won't recognize that I'm not Augie.
Right.
I am your deli guy.
Listen, I have a different last name, just like his wife. You have no idea who I am. Okay.
I'm remainder 7.
Yes. ... 7 here. So it says he did that even though the elderly shopkeeper who gets dialysis treatment.
Maybe that's the problem. He's like, "Hey, do you remember who I am?" No. Okay.
Oh, so
I want you.
It says not only did he steal the cash, but he assaulted the guy. So that sucks.
No,
The guy's
thanks for
77.
making it sad, sir.
Yeah. Way to go, Mac. Why don't you knock something over and take our mind off of this? So anyway.
Wait, what?
Yeah. And he knew the guy couldn't put up much of a fight. That's what it says right here. Made the crook overconfident. He returned for his 4th robbery. There was a nasty surprise waiting for him, namely 2 police officers. First of the robberies happened January 10th. Masked man forced his way behind the counter. He had a ski mask right up to his eyes. He had gloves. He knew what he was doing. The criminal pushed the guy to the ground. He stole $10 worth of cigars. That was his first steal. That was he assaulted the dude and stole $10 worth of cigars. Okay.
So clearly he's not one of those like one-trip grocery shoppers.
Yeah, right. He's like, "Why didn't you text me before I went in there?"
Yeah. Well, no, I mean, like you bring home and you come home like, I can get all 18 bags in their house in one trip.
Right.
That's not this guy.
No, he's not.
All
that
right, I
daring.
want the cigars. I want some cash. Don't want that pickle with pimento.
He walks in. His wife goes, "You get the butter?" Damn it!
I just took the mask off.
You gotta give me a clean mask. I was sweating like hell when I was assaulting the old guy in this. Yeah. So he jumped on me, assaulted me so bad. The man took advantage of me. Couldn't defend myself. This is taking a great turn here.
Yeah.
Those
cold reads really pay off.
Yeah.
Huh?
He grabbed a whole $20 that time. Let's see here. Repeat it. Okay. So the guy who owned the store. Okay. Augie. His son is a cop, Augie Jr. Well,
why'd it take 3 times to call?
Right, yeah.
Dad, I'm busy.
4.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Dad, I can't do anything until you've stolen at least $50 worth of stuff.
Right.
That's gonna be 3 more trips, man. Can you just come down?
Yeah. Listen, I'm gonna load him up.
This guy is literally nickel and diming me to death.
He's got,
Literally.
he's got a bag of stuff with a receipt hanging out. It's 5001. He's got it all sitting right there. What do you take? Take this bag. Why? Because my son is going to get you now. Okay. This just got real.
Hey, can you take a penny on your way out?
Yeah. Need a penny? Take a penny.
There you go. Takes the 5001 and leaves 2 pennies in the thing.
No. This guy's good. He knows law.
He's played this game before.
Man, this got to be his 4th time in here. Today. So anyway.
588.
So it turns out his son was staking the place out, right? And they had him sitting in a chair, so he's down because they wanted to, his buddy, who's also a cop, he was off duty. His son had to go somewhere. So his buddy came over and he was going to stand outside. He says, "Don't stand outside. The guy won't come in." So they had him sitting in a chair. So he was below probably all the aisles, I'm guessing, right? And then he hopped up and busted the guy when he was doing it. And let's see here. They had a tussle. The criminal was identified as 34-year-old Travis Neely, has been charged with 4 counts of strong armed robbery and 1 count of resisting arrest. And the owner says, "I feel much safer now."
Well, he did till the next 2 times, right?
Right. And that's so this is, I guess, the title. That's why it threw me. So you robbed the same store 6 times in 1 week, but you got caught on the 4th try. How quick was bail? Okay.
Right. Yeah.
And really, like, that's the only store in the block.
Maybe the police station has a revolving door, and we know that's this guy's like trade.
He's got a fast
Whoop!
pass.
And he's like, Where'd he go?
Wait a minute. I fast passed the picture line. You already have me. We're good. Look, you print me, I'm out. Tell Augie I'm coming for him, you know? Yeah. So listen, I don't want to think about an old man getting beat up. I get it. But if your son's a cop, and like you said, it took 3 times
Right.
for him to be like, man, I'm going to help my dad, you know?
I get one, he gets a free one. Because
Yeah.
it's like, okay, well,
Everybody
that
gets
happened.
one.
That happened.
Right.
He comes back. Okay.
Yeah.
Now he made me call and be like, hey, there's a dude that keeps coming back here and beating me up and stealing my stuff. Give him one more time, man.
He's got a punch card.
Yeah.
He punches him every time. He's like, no, you don't hit me, and then I
Yeah.
punch you. So,
Travis, what kind of idiot are you?
I'm 6 away from that sandwich. It's a deli. So let's see if old Augie.
Yeah,
can
maybe he
learn-
forgets his card and be like, hey, hold on to my punch real quick.
Yeah.
When I come back, we'll put them all together in one card.
That's so awesome. That's so awesome. He's like, could you combine these? And then just initial next to it so that we know. I want to know
Yeah.
it's legit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's a good thing you have a different last name than your wife because I know it won't be like,
Yeah. Does this,
I'll know I'll be able to eat it.
yeah. Is this going to expire? Like, does this have an expiration date? Because there's a chance
Yeah.
that if I get caught on one of these 9 other
Yeah.
trips.
Because I know a guy that if you initial something in his fridge, anyone in his house can eat it.
Right. Exactly.
So it's glad you have different initials.
That's what you should do. Initial everything. You can't take that. It's mine. Well, wait a minute. Man, technicality. He just puts it
Yeah.
down, walks out. Man, you're good. You're good. So maybe for other people in because this guy's gonna get out sometime.
Yeah.
And he's probably gonna get tired of going to the same store. Some store, same store.
Does it explain the 5th and 6th?
It doesn't.
It just,
The story's over. It's like, so how did he magically, it's so weird. Maybe it has something to do with that wizard that's unemployed. You know what I mean? He's in the store, he's like, do, and he's at the store.
I was going to do you earlier. When you were doing the credit card thing, when you're trying to hand it out to people.
Yeah.
No one wants it. I don't know what's going on.
It's magic. So 6 weird and gross animal self-defense mechanisms.
1, call your son.
Yeah. If your son's a cop, let's use that one first.
I still like
Oh,
how the
wow.
other, like, not only did that actual story just end,
Right.
we just ended that bit.
Yeah.
And 6 in defense mechanisms.
Well, because here's the deal. If his son's not available, Augie needs to learn these six methods. The first one, I don't know how this is going to work. Farting your organs out. Okay.
All right.
So let's start with one that I already mentioned.
That sounded like what Nate did
Yeah.
on that date I explained a few episodes back.
They're sea cucumbers. They
Oh,
let
yeah,
it-
yeah. Yeah.
They let it rip and blow their internal organs out of their anus.
Yeah, you can actually see that on, I don't know if it's Jackass or Wild Boys, one of those.
Really?
Yeah, because it looks like,
Yeah.
you can guess what it looks
Well,
like.
and they said it's very sticky and often toxic.
Yeah.
That what comes out of there. Let's see here. It doesn't sound like a great defense plan in most cases.
You know what they need? They need a skid do.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's just going to work as a blocker. to
You can
keep
deal
those
with
in.
one of those from a distance.
Right. So it says, let's see. Most cases, you'll still die. Sea cucumbers can pull off the impressive feats of regeneration and simply grow their guts back and crawl along until the next scare. So I don't think if Augie's like, "Hey, you smell something?" You know what I mean? How do you, I think
Yeah,
he
hey,
crapped
you-
himself. No, this is part of his defense mechanism.
yeah.
He's
Hey,
doing this right now.
Pull my finger. I'll give you those 10 cigars, but
Right.
you got to pull my finger.
Pull my finger and stand back. Wow. Number 2, turning your ribs into venomous blades.
That's this one I'm not familiar with.
First off, my size, you can't find my ribs.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and I'd probably just want to eat the meat off.
I
them
want to
anyway.
warn you. I've got venomous blades somewhere in here.
Yeah. Yeah. Somewhere in this tool shed, there is a stack of blades. Okay. So, let's see here. You know how Wolverine from X-Men extends claws from his knuckles? Well, the Spanish rib newt, I guess for your pleasure, he has these blades on his ribs. When it's attacked, it'll start its threat display by arching its back backwards to reveal its stomach. First off, if I did that, people would point and laugh. I'd have
Right.
time to get away.
Yeah.
Okay. Be like, check this out. And then it pushes its chest forward and jams its ribs right out through its skin. If it tells me this thing regenerates, I'm gonna go nuts. The little newt suddenly turning into a self-mutilated pincushion doesn't scare the predator off, that's okay. The tips of the ribs start oozing a milky venom that will cause agonizing pain or even death.
Isn't this thing like the size of a G.I. Joe guy?
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, what's it killing? Like a snake?
Right.
I mean, it's not going to kill me or you.
No, I mean, literally.
You could test it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fine.
Mac, I bought you a present.
I mean, literally, if a lizard pops up and shows me a stomach, at that point, I'm already stepping on it.
Right. Well, and if it's in Florida right now, it probably fell out of the tree.
Yeah.
You know, did you see that? By the way, we're going to go off on a tangent here. Did you see that?
But is that what fell behind Mac? What was that? Don't worry about it.
First, I wish it was 40 degrees in here.
Is it showing you the stomach? No, I didn't see that. What are you talking about?
Yeah. No, basically, because Florida right now is so cold, anything below 40 degrees, like the lizards, salamanders, whatever they are that run around, climb everything, they will literally, they'll freeze up and fall out of trees. Now, it says they're not dead. Don't discard them. They're not dead. Okay. How far can you fall and not be dead?
Well, if you're frozen, you know.
Yeah. So anyway.
I know I can fall
Right.
5 feet 9 inches and not be dead.
Allegedly. So it's just severely concussed.
Yeah.
But it doesn't. Once the threat is over, the newt pulls another wolverine and retracts its ribs before regenerating the damage. This story sucks. Is everything in here going to regenerate?
Yeah.
No, because the next one says blowing yourself up. There's no way. Yeah, your arms go around, pick up all the pieces and put it back together. But it's in French Guiana resorts they call these suicide bombers. They save the nest. So they're born with a small pouch on their backs. As they age, the pouch slowly fills with toxic crystals.
Again, it's an ant.
Yeah, how big? How many crystals are in there?
I don't even
Billy
care about
crystal?
that. Like, what is it, you know?
Yeah.
Now, when it's like, fire ants and like 1,000 of them swarm you and eat your face off,
Right.
I get it.
Right.
But one ant blows up, you're like, what was that? What happened?
Literally, Mac's like, what was that? You know? Ant cuts all over his screen. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know what that was. I don't know what that was. Termites. Let's see here. It says enemy's jaws pierce the backpack. So here they explode when they get to a certain age. They're full of these crystals. So they have to be attacked. And then basically they're self-detonating. So when you bite them in the back,
All right.
they just poof, and then you're covered, and then you're dead.
So far, none of this is saving Augie.
No. This one might. Puking on your enemies.
All right.
First off, I would absolutely stop any robbery.
Yeah.
If someone puked on me. Okay. That's gross. That's gross. I've never had that happen other than my kids.
Do you guys have any wipes? I'll pay for them.
Yeah. I'll trade you some cigars.
Yeah.
Look, we're not falling for that. You're not getting wipes. Let's see here. The northern fulmar is a common seagull-like bird living in the North Atlantic and North Pacific Oceans. When it's threatened, it feels nauseous. Most things do. Okay?
Right. When it's threatened, it feels like most things.
Finally, something Augie can play with here.
Right.
Okay. I think we might be on the track. That'd be an understandable reaction to anyone who's incredibly scared. I just said that.
Yeah, come on,
I just
article.
said that.
Get on our page.
But for the birds, it's all part of their defense strategy of vomiting all over their predators. So if I could digress for 1 minute.
Please.
Yes. I don't know if I've ever told this story, but I was out one night and this was years ago. I don't think me and my wife were married yet. I'm in a bar.
So you're saying there's a chance.
Yeah, I'm in a bar with a buddy of mine who's a pretty tough dude. Okay. And he's mean mugging guys all night long because this is the day before like bad stuff would absolutely happen to you. You might just get in a fight, right? He goes to the restroom.
Right.
Yeah. He goes to the restroom and these three guys come over by me. Now, I'm not the skilled fighter
Get out
that my buddy was.
Get out.
Very weird, huh?
Here.
And especially did I not want to take on three guys that were pissed off by somebody else when that guy's gone.
Taking notes.
Yeah. So when they come over, now I didn't feel nauseous, okay? But I literally told the biggest one who thought, you got a problem? I said, I don't have a problem. My buddy does, and he's in the bathroom right now. So if you want to wait till he comes out, I'm sure he'll gladly tell you the problem he has, right? So I'm still being sarcastic because I don't want to show. Inside, I'm like, this is going to hurt, okay? This is one of these guys is going to get hurt.
Inside your sea cucumber in your pants.
Right. So one of these guys is going to get hurt.
Yeah.
And then me by two of the other guys. Okay.
Right.
That's what's going to happen. So anyway, I looked at him and I says, listen, you don't want to do this. Why? I said, because I'm a heavy bleeder and that's a nice shirt. That's exactly what I told him. And I looked at his bag. I go, those are nice shoes. I said, I'm going to bleed all over everything. Let's go right now. And he looked at me and he starts laughing. And I thought, is he laughing at me? No, I'm getting pissed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well,
no, we are going to prove my point
Yeah.
that this is going to happen. And he literally goes, I'm going to buy you a beer. What? I was like, okay. So he bought me a beer. So when my buddy gets back from the bathroom, now he's ready to go, thinking they're all right there. And
Well, you should have. Now it's 4-on-1.
Yeah. Right. He comes out to hold me, right?
Yeah.
You guys start taking pokes at him. I'm gonna wait till you wear him down, and then I'm gonna beat the piss out of him.
I meant he was the one, but I like your spin on it. I really like your spin.
Yeah.
This is a much better idea.
I figured that's where you were going.
Yeah.
Okay, first, this is just a fourth guy walking up that doesn't like you either.
Yeah. Does he know you?
Yeah.
Clearly, he doesn't like you.
I should have taken your spin. It really made me sound better.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't like me, buddy? I don't like him either. Let's go.
Yeah.
But
these guys bought me a beer. You didn't buy me one.
Yeah. So it wasn't the threat of nauseousness, which I did have a little bit. Okay. It was more the threat of you are going to be expelled bodily fluids onto your nice clothing.
Yeah.
And that's how it is. So anyway, yeah, real story. I wish I was making that up, but it's a real story.
Just to recap.
I'm a big enough wuss to threaten the thought of threatening of just maybe I'll bleed on your
Damon
nice clothes.
threatened that he was going to bleed out on someone's clothes.
Yes. Yeah.
I will die in your clothes. That's going to cause a
I don't
problem
think it
for
was
you.
that. I think it was like, I'm never going to get this out. I'm going to throw this shirt away.
Oh, yeah. No, I know what you meant. I was making you look worse.
So
it's not a hard job. That's why I decided to volunteer for it.
So they learn to puke from an early age. And so basically when another bird, that's really what their prey is, because they're, I guess if they get low enough, maybe some animal could snag them off the water because they fly over the ocean. So, but
so far, are any of these cool?
No.
Yeah.
No. So number 5,
meant like all the way down to the bottom of the list. Like,
well, there's only 6 and I'm on 5.
Yeah.
Number 5 is crying blood.
And number 6 is what?
Number 6 is, holy crap. Number 6 is the kakapoo. Remember the the bird? And it says, do nothing at all. And that's what Augie's qualified to do. Right there. We found it.
Wait, these are the Damon parrots.
Right.
Figure out if you know why I said that.
Oh, yeah.
Because they're the world's heaviest parrots.
It's true. That
Hey,
sucks.
I'm just going to lay here. If you guys want to get around me, you have to pick me up. All right, we're done.
Right, yeah.
I'm out. I don't want to do it.
You guys are going to have to circle back. And by circle back, I mean, it's a big path. Okay. I'm going to lay in the walkway. This is going to be very inconvenient. Very. So the Hoover Dam over here, Hoover Damon. We're going to go around.
So they just do nothing?
They do not. Well, remember, we talked about this before. They're so stupid.
Yeah.
First off, isn't this the one that has the mating call, right, for like 3 miles?
Right.
Yeah, and it's like they move slower than anything.
Right.
So when they're approached, by the way, this is the parrot that kind of looks like an owl, that kind of looks like a parrot. It's just a weird looking animal.
Yeah, so if they want to mate in like May, they got to throw that out in like February.
Right. But even that, it's a 3 mile radius and they move super slow. So
That's what I meant. Like
even if the woman's like, oh, I hear that. Okay. For you to go 3 miles.
Yeah.
Because I believe this is a flightless bird. I don't think.
Yeah, I believe you're right.
Yeah, this is a
so
flightless
Valentine's
bird.
Day is coming up. They need to get that mating call out now.
Right. So their plan is to do nothing when they're scared. Yeah, the crying blood. I cried
that was your
That's
defense.
kind of what I did.
Yeah.
My defense. That one works.
Yeah.
Especially if your buddy's in the bathroom. Okay, that one works.
Maybe you need to call Augie.
Your son needs to stay in the bathroom. Okay.
You only have so many masks, sir. I'm going to bleed on all of them.
All right, tell you what. Those sucked. Okay.
Yeah. No, I don't know. I'm glad you noticed.
The Augie story wasn't bad. That was good. But I guess I'm gonna have to just read down the numbers then and do that. I like having this be a cold read. I don't today.
Yeah.
Okay. The best part of that story was when I said I didn't get my ass kicked in a bar.
We made it into 80 episodes for Strange Stories to finally be like, no.
Yeah. Maybe we should prepare.
Yeah. You know that off the cuff stuff? We're gonna ruin it
Improv,
right here.
You say.
Yeah.
Improv, huh?
Always goes well.
Yeah. We're going to improv. Before you start, we're going to take a turd in the punch bowl.
Right. Well,
okay.
I'm going to say improv. The E is silent. It's improve. You need to work a little harder. Yeah. So, hey, we got 10 minutes left.
We're going to give you nothing.
Yeah, they're real heavy. So anyway, I have one more story.
All right.
Okay. I really think just by the title, this one's going to be rock solid. Okay.
Well, it's clearly not G.I. Joe guy.
Right. Rescuers lead stranded dog to safety by dangling sausage from drone.
All right.
Okay.
Wait, this could put Wayne May out of a job.
Oh, but in a weird twist, the drone's named May. So, story sounds like it could be.
Wayne Enterprises? You mean Bruce Wayne? No.
Says it could be sprung right out of a Looney Tunes skit, but if it works, it's not stupid. UK rescuers were pondering how to save a dog that was in danger by being swept away by a rising tide. In the end, they resorted to cartoonish measures, dangling a sausage from a remote-controlled drone. And it worked.
Now, though, whenever that dog hears like a helicopter outside,
Ooh, treats.
just slam into the window.
So, in the next sentence, it was a crazy idea in quotes. Chris Taylor, the chair of Denmead Drone Research and Rescue, told The Guardian. Okay. So, Denmead Drone Search and Rescue. Really?
Yeah.
This is what these are designed for?
Hey, let me get hold of Johnson down in R&D. He had some crazy idea about a sausage attachment. We're on
It
this.
says, meet Millie, a rescue dog from the town of...
Wait, Meat Millie?
Yeah. MEET, not MEAT.
All right.
Weird, they dangled the dog for the dog.
Wait, what sausage are we talking about?
Right. No, if you were going after one of those birds, you would put a female bird in heat and you would dangle it and you'd move it out of the... He wouldn't do nothing then. So it says she's a Jack Russell Terrier and a Whippet mixed who lives with her owner, Emma Oakes. Well, she sounds like she's very she doesn't pay attention.
Yeah.
Her dog is somewhere where it shouldn't be. Despite being a rather skittish little thing, she also has an adventurous streak due to her past. So you already know she's a problem. Emma, how about we shut the door? Okay, let's shut the door. Maybe the dog's out like talking to the birds,
Right.
talking to the parrots. Hey, come over here. You know. So let's see here.
I know a deli that's an easy hit.
Right. Look, his son won't be there. But if there's a guy sitting on a chair, don't tell him to give you everything he's got.
Look. Every fourth time, don't go.
Yeah. Yeah. You know how good things happen in threes? Right. Don't go the fourth time. Don't go the fourth time. So Millie sprinted off, and basically she ran like through the mud and muck where it had resided, and it'll come back when tide comes back. So let's see here. She'd run into the mud flats. The wetland area gets covered by the sea at high tide. That tide was coming in. By this time, the number of rescuers had swollen. That seems like a weird choice of words. But anyway, to include, they're very excited about this trip.
Hey, look up groan in the thesaurus. We want another word here.
Yeah.
Swollen? Sure.
How about more rescuers?
We want readers.
So
We want to make it spicy.
Oh, this is awesome. The cops, firefighters, and even the Coast Guard tried to coax Millie out of the flooding waters.
None of them use the sausage.
To no avail. Worth a shot. Thinking they could get the dog to safety, rescuers came up with an idea. Millie had been running around all day, and she was probably hungry.
Question.
Yes.
So it was too dangerous to send someone in with a sausage.
Yes.
So they flew a sausage in.
Right.
How is Millie getting out?
Right. Hey, it's got to be coming.
Yeah. Let's hope.
Okay.
Because another story, it wasn't.
So they can't get to her because they would sink in the mud, and they would scare her off. So someone pointed out the drones that the rescuers had, and the plan went from there.
Hey, real quick. You think that would hold a sausage?
After some quick math, the rescuers figured that they had enough free weight for a single sausage. Single.
But that's
Right.
Hey, what kind of sausage that thing
You
can
guys
hold?
get Officer Jethro over here. We're going to do some ciphering.
Yeah.
We got to see if we got enough math.
Okay, we got a kielbasa. We got a hot dog. We got a breakfast link. We'll probably go with that. That's the lightest.
One of the local residents on the beach supplied us the sausages.
That bratwurst is too thick. It's not going to hold up.
Explained Taylor, and in his next sentence, I think they were from a local supermarket, Aldi. Oh, God. The woman cooked them for us, and we attached them to a string. Okay, here, it's a dog. Okay?
Right.
I don't know that this needed to be prepared.
You could have scooped it up with a skid do.
Turns out beer and brat's the only way to get this dog off the island. You know what I mean?
You got any of that Dijon mustard? Millie's quite particular.
Something we never tried before. The sausage drone took off. Sausage drone. That's my next band name if I ever get one. Sausage drone took off and transported its yummy cargo towards Millie. As it made its way over the dog, operators wondered if the plan would work. It was something we had never tried before. The sausages were the last resort, and we couldn't reach her by kayak or any other means. But to everyone's delight, Millie turned out to be over-cooperative. The pooch started obediently following the miraculous airborne sausage. That might be my band name.
God, if you're out there and you want me to live, give me a sign.
Yeah.
Send you a sausage.
Do-do-do. Do-do-do. There it goes. Hey, so here's the deal. Because Millie was hungry, it worked. I got news for you. If my dog just ate 5 bowls of food, you're going to give it a cooked sauce.
Right.
I prepared this for you. Bon appetit.
My dog will eat everything in the house, vomit on its enemies, and still want that sausage.
Right. Right. So they got her away from that area so she wasn't at risk of drowning. A lesson about sausages. That's the next headline. Although Millie was now on drier ground, she wasn't about to surrender. She took off once again when they approached her. Luckily, she didn't run back into the mud. They eventually spotted Millie a bit farther inland, and then they found Oaks. Okay, Emma, her ma, and Emma's dad were on hand. All's well that ends well. As soon as she spotted them, she sprinted straight to Oak's arms. She said, "Relief just poured over me. It was just absolutely fantastic to have her home." She said after the ordeal.
You know what would be great?
Yeah.
So they do this. They entice the dog. The dog gets stuck in the quagmire. And they turn to the math guy like, "You asked me about sausages. You did not ask me about weight of dogs and mud."
Turns out that dog can jump higher than they thought. Brings the drone down. We need something that can lift a drone, a sausage, and a dog.
Do you have a drone that will a drone sausage that will entice a drone? You know what I'm saying? Like the dog jumps into the mud, gets stuck, right?
Yeah.
Does not grab the sausage. And they're like, why didn't someone ask us if the dog math guy was busy figuring out the sausage?
Hey, I heard that come in. We got a couple minutes. So Millie really likes food, and she'll eat anything you give her. She's a dog.
Right.
We've already said that.
Right.
Okay.
Hey, Millie's a dog.
Hey,
the rest of that part is not necessary.
But she much prefers sausages. Snausages. You know, I mean, what are you doing here?
We cut a brick.
As for the rescuers, they now know have a valuable case study about the power of sausages. That might be the next name of my band, Power of Sausages. we certainly would consider using sausages again. So, like, when they get like a kid stuck in a well, send him a sausage. He's probably hungry. Turns out the drone can lift the kid while its teeth are in the sausage.
Kid called back. He wants a bacon, egg, and cheese. Not a sausage guy.
Every dog and search operation is always going to be different. But if there were any similar situation again, we would employ the same methods to lure the dog.
Basically, sausage.
Yeah, right. And if that's my dog, how to get over there? Damon threw a sausage over there.
The Twitter version of this: dog was stuck, lured with sausage, dog is rescued. That's it. That's everything we needed to know.
Right. Turns out it was a miraculous sausage that was meticulously prepared by a local resident.
We need an ideas man. Sausage, you're it.
Where can they find us, Ted?
Well, if they hold a sausage outside, they can find us pretty much wherever that sausage goes. You can find us on the internet if that checks out.
Yeah.
WDT and all this.
How did Damon get in the middle of the street? Ted's working the drone. I'm just looking up, following it blindly.
This has been That Checks Out with Damon and Ted. I'm Ted. That makes him Damon. Coming to you here from Audiohive Podcasting Studio, where things might or might not stick on the walls.
They don't hit the fan, but it does hit the floor.
Yeah.
And it's on.
He won't let you use the shower. Bring your own skid do.
What was that he says?
Wait, what?
Yeah, he did it. I love that. He's like looking around.
Something else fell? What was it?
Wait, I heard the thing behind me. What was that? Heck, that was awesome. Are you
Literally.
blowing into your hands? Oh my god!
Shirt.
I'm in
Drinking
short
iced
sleeves.
drinks.
He's in a coat.
Yeah, drinking iced drinks.
Yeah. Do you smell smoke? Oh, Mac built a campfire. Unrelated note, he's going to need a desk. I wanted it to be close. I was cold.
Do we want to start early?
We can start early.
Hey, you want to?
You ready?
I don't know. Pad works.
Pad-
Ah! I'm turn it down a little bit. Is that loud?
The pad works. We're going to test it by pushing a button.
I wasn't expecting that.
Oh my goodness. They pushed a button.
Wait, what?
Yeah. This does not add up at all. To defense rest your honor. I'm a dumbass.
Hey, don't ask me how my week was today.
No?
No.
You got nothing?
It was depressing.
Well, now I want to know.
All right, if you really want to bring it down, we'll save
I
it.
don't. I think you underestimate what we'll do to your depressing news, man. Do you want to be brought down? We'll gladly do that.
Yeah. I don't know that's going to bring everybody down. Some of us are going to rejoice in the misery. It's probably like really dark.
Call Ray.
I was going to say it's the first week Ray's going to listen, right?
Yeah. I should have listened to this before.
You guys are awesome.
Great.
Who's
Okay.
Ray?